Nobody is gonna talk to me that way. No one.
Sometimes Dance Moms is more drama than dancing, but that ends when the cameras stop rolling. Usually. JoJo Siwa is known for being super sweet, but her claws come out in defense of Abby Lee Miller. Some of these stars just don't get along, and Cameron Bridges claims her experiences on the show left her with serious PTSD.
You wanna be at home with your friends.
I've never said that.
Famous and soon-to-be former Dance Mom star Abby Lee Miller is a controversial figure to say the least.
I think they need someone in their life that is tough on them.
She fully admits to pushing her students to be the best they can be. It's just that some fans believe she pushes them a little bit too far. In fact, some of her former students have spoken out against their former instructor and made it clear they don't miss working with her at all. One of these former students is dancer Brooke Hyland, who let her fans know that there's no love lost between her and Abby. Brooke posted a now-deleted TikTok video showing that Facebook had suggested Abby as one of her potential connections on the app. In response, Brooke shook her head and grimaced, making it clear this was one Facebook friend she would not be adding to her collection. Brooke took the clip down eventually, but not before it was spotted by JoJo Siwa, who was upset by her reaction to their former instructor. JoJo commented that it's one thing not to friend Abby on Facebook, but another to post a video about it. JoJo's such a happy, cheerful person that her comment had to hurt. It's no secret that JoJo and Abby are quite close, despite Abby's legal issues and controversies with the rest of the cast. She excused Abby's angry tirades by saying that she made the cast of Dance Moms stars, and that the dancers should be grateful for her help. She also revealed that out of the entire cast of Dance Moms, Abby is the person she keeps in contact with the most. JoJo feels bad that Abby was hurt by a lot of people and says she's sad most former Dance Mom stars don't keep in touch with her anymore. In addition to standing up for Abby when Brooke openly dismissed her, JoJo has gone out of her way to be there for her friend. When Abby was going through her battle with cancer, JoJo showed up at the hospital with tons of snacks to share, as well as a $10,000 check from Dancers Against Cancer. It's clear JoJo has remained loyal to Abby through the years, but the same can't be said for many of her fellow dancers. Friendships often form quickly on Dance Moms, and it's not hard to see why. These girls spend long hours working together and trying to deal with some seriously stressful situations. Chloe Lukasiak and Maddie Ziegler became fast friends while working together on the show.
I mean, we've been best friends since we were, what, four?
But unfortunately, they ran into some trouble when it came to maintaining their friendship. Both Maddie and Chloe have been super busy and admit that they haven't been in contact as much as they would have liked. Chloe has said that she had lost touch with her former friend, as well as the rest of the Dance Moms cast. Unfortunately, we kind of fell out of touch whenever I left, and she left and we all did our own thing. She said she'd grown apart from Maddie as well as Brooke Hyland and Nia Xiao, due to the fact that they were all traveling so often.
I miss Maddie. She's really great and I'm really proud of everything she's doing.
Chloe claims competitions never got in the way of their relationship, but the distance between them has been a lot harder to look past. Maddie agrees that their schedules kept them apart, but also added that things have changed between them. She also confessed to feeling sad about the loss of their friendship and how things have changed since her time on the show. Meanwhile, Maddie has managed to stay in touch with many of her other Dance Moms friends, including Nia, who says she always has time to stay in touch with her friends. We all know the moms love to argue amongst themselves on the show, but sometimes the dancers aren't afraid to speak up when the issues concern them. When Abby congratulated Kendall Vertez on her performance, Ashley Allen piped up to point out that she believed her daughter Bryn had superior dancing skills. Jill Vertez fired back that that was a totally inappropriate conversation to have in front of their kids, but Ashley refused to back down. Eventually, even Kendall spoke up in her own defense, demanding to know, "Why are you so mean?" Later, Kendall said Ashley's behavior was totally unacceptable and she's not afraid to use her voice to call her out. "Our kids are becoming like their mothers, and is that really a good thing?" But Ashley's daughter Bryn had a different reaction to Kendall's outburst as she was reduced to tears over the conflict.
I wish I could scream in her face and say how mean she is.
But Kendall defended her decision to go off on Ashley. "Now that I'm becoming older and more mature, I have a voice and I'm going to use it." Even though Bryn called out Kendall in defense of her mom, Ashley was forced to reflect on her bad behavior. She admitted that she has no issue with the other moms hating her, but seeing Kendall lose her cool like that was a lot more difficult. Although this kind of drama on the show is unheard of, Brynn didn't let it go. When someone made a crude comment about the team's outfits on social media, Brynn liked the comment, causing some fans to accuse her of being shady. With the exception of JoJo Siwa, it seems like a lot of her former students aren't interested in maintaining a relationship with their former instructor, Abby Lee Miller. One of these students is Maddie Ziegler, who became famous after appearing on the show.
I'm really glad that I moved on from that, and I did learn a lot from her, and we did have some fun time.
During an interview with Us Weekly, Maddie admitted that she doesn't keep in contact with Abby. Although she said she wishes her the best, she has no desire to be part of her life again. According to Abby, she felt like a mother figure to Maddie and her sister Mackenzie, and was devastated when they cut her out of their lives. Abby wishes she could have been a part of their massive post-show success, and is disappointed in the way things worked out between them. She claims that without her hard work and studio time, Maddie and Mackenzie wouldn't be where they are today. During her significant legal issues, Abby called out her former students for trying to distance themselves from her, except for JoJo, of course. Abby said she's proud of JoJo for staying in touch and that pretty much everyone else might as well have forgotten her name. And it turns out her star pupil agrees both Maddie and Mackenzie owe at least some of their success to Abby. There was a time on Dance Moms when sisters Paige and Brooke Hyland were friendly with the rest of the cast, but since they left, things haven't been pretty to say the least. We talked about some of the issues Abby Lee Miller has with her former students and how she feels as though they abandoned her after she helped them with their careers. But things between Paige Hyland and Abby Lee Miller crossed the line from verbal altercations to a serious incident. During one heated confrontation between Abby and Paige, Abby threw a chair, causing Paige to fear for her own safety, or at least that's what her lawsuit claimed. According to her lawyer, Paige had seen Abby physically engage with other members of the cast and was afraid of things getting worse between them. She filed a $5 million lawsuit against Collins Avenue Entertainment for putting her in the position in the first place, and another suit against Abby for emotional distress. Ultimately, the emotional distress charges were dropped, but this clearly didn't improve things between Abby and Paige. No wonder Brooke didn't want to add her as a friend on Facebook. According to Paige, she suffered from anxiety and panic attacks since her time on Dance Moms because of her experiences with Abby. According to Dance Moms star Liliana Ketchman, she's come up with a great strategy to deal with all of the mom drama without letting it affect her dance routines.
I got noise-canceling headphones.
Whenever the moms have any drama that involves me, I just put on my noise-canceling headphones and just focus on the dance. Even though she admits it can be stressful whether or not she can hear them, Lily says she's motivated by wanting to prove the haters wrong and show off just how good of a dancer she really is. But while this star has worked hard to tune out the over-the-top moms, there's one cast member she has a much harder time not getting upset by. Lily and Brady Farrar definitely aren't enemies, but she admits they get on each other's nerves from time to time. She compared their relationship to that of a brother and sister, and if you have a sibling yourself, you probably know exactly what that means. According to Lily, Brady can't resist antagonizing her, and no pair of headphones in existence can tune him out. One of his favorite tricks is taking up way too much space on the bus when they travel together, and poking her whenever he can get close enough to do so. Eliana is a dancer who's not afraid to spill the tea about what it was really like behind the scenes of Dance Moms. She's the first to admit that some of the things we saw on television didn't exactly play out that way behind the scenes.
I wouldn't say it's scripted, but it's highly produced and edited.
She pointed out that something as simple as an eye roll could be put into a scene to make it look like a dancer is frustrated with one of their peers, instead of expressing their displeasure about something else entirely. Eliana says the show stopped short of handing them scripts, but with the right editing techniques, they can change the narrative to make it seem much more dramatic. And according to Eliana, one of the things the show really wanted to promote was a supposed feud between her and fellow Dance Mom star Giannina. Apparently, it took some time for Eliana to get the proper permit for her appearance on season 8. Although it was just a paperwork mix-up, that's not what it seemed like on the show. Cause they were both saying that Giannina took me away from everybody. While these two may not be besties, both Eliana and Giannina seem to agree their issues look way more overblown on the show.
Yeah, I have to say, it's not really always real.
What do you think about all of the Dance Mom drama out there? Be honest, is it why you tune into the show, or do you just love watching the competitions? Share your thoughts on this situation with us and your fellow Dance Moms fans in the comment section below. And don't forget to click subscribe for more videos from us here at The Things. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.